Hi and welcome to Bike Rider TV. This week I'm owning the road and the racetrack and testing this 2012 Suzuki GSX-R1000. Now, to the untrained eye, taking a look at this 2012 GSX-R1000, you could be fooled into thinking that not much has really been changed. But Suzuki over the last year or so have gone through a bit of an evolution with their bikes, and the 1000 has had pretty much the same as the 600 and the 750, in that it's lost a bit of weight, it's had the suspension fiddled with a bit, and it's also received this lovely set of Brembo monoblock calipers. Now, unlike the 600 and 750, which really did go on a diet for 2012, the 1000's only lost 2 kilos, but there's been other modifications made that really has moved this model forward. Now, in the engine department, the GSX-R1000 has been retuned and reworked to give more mid-range power as well as better throttle sensitivity. That's seen a reprogrammed ECU and also lighter and stronger pistons. Now, some of those modifications have also been necessary because the GSX-R1000 has now lost those twin dual fat mufflers that they've had for so long and have now gone into a 4-into-1 system, which looks better and also helps reduce weight. Now, in the cockpit, and the 2012 GSX-R1000 is actually a very nice place to be. It's got a new set of clocks, which are in keeping with the 600 and 750 versions, and there's also these lovely big piston forks, which it's had before, but the settings again have been revised for this year, and really on the road as well as on the racetrack, it is a leap forward from last year. Styling wise, and the Suzuki's been bought bang up to date. It's got the same headlight that now shares with the 600 and 750. It's also got a really cool set of LED tail lights. It's even got red pinstripes around the wheels with a little R on them. Fantastic. We're not so sure about having the different coloured blue frame, but really unmistakably it is a GSX-R1000. Now, what you'll notice about the GSX-R1000 is it's got one thing, a set of fantastic radially mounted Brembo brakes, which really are superb. They offer so much feel and so much stopping power. They're like in a different era from the brakes before, they really are that good. But there's also a couple of things missing. There's no anti-locking braking system attached to those brakes, and there's also no traction control system at the rear, which pretty much all the other litre class bikes have at the moment. Now, after spending quite a bit of time on the GSX-R1000s, both on the road and the racetrack, I don't personally think the lack of ABS or traction control is a major issue. The Brembo brakes, for example, give you so much feel as well as power that you really can brake up to the limits of the traction and not go beyond. The way the GSX-R1000 now develops its power, it really has a linear power curve going from as low as 4,000 RPM all the way up to the 13,000 RPM red line and beyond. Therefore, there's no surprises or lumps and bumps in that power delivery to catch you out, so I don't think the lack of traction control is that much of an issue. The only time I could actually see you really wanting and missing traction control is when you're riding and trying to ride fast in dicey conditions, be that on the road or the racetrack. But the GSX-R1000 still comes with its 3-way adjustable mapping, so all you need to do is press a switch, which is now located on the left-hand handlebar, and you can change the power delivery in A, B or C modes, so it really does tame it down for you. So what do I think of the 2012 GSX-R1000? Well, it's not a massive leap forward from the 2011 model. So if you've got an 11, you don't necessarily go and have to chuck it on TradeMe and go and get yourself a 2012. But it is a big enough move forward that if you are looking for a 1000cc sports bike at the moment, you really should take a look at one of these. Now, price-wise, it's $22,490, which is cheap for a 1000cc sports bike and is pretty much bang on the money with all the other litre class bikes out there. On the road, I must say this is probably one of the most pleasant 1000cc sports bikes that I've ridden. You really can just leave it in one gear and just pootle along minding your own business without the thing trying to buck and weave and throw you off or being harsh and unpleasant. It is a great bike that you could do big miles on and big miles on quite comfortably. But when you do want to start getting serious, go into the twisties, go to the racetrack, the tweaks that Suzuki have made to the bike really have brought it forward and make it such an easy bike to ride fast.